What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pat Outdoors. Hope you're having a great week. As some of you guys may know, I recently gave away one of my dirt bikes, my blue MX350. I gave it to my friend's daughter to make more space in my garage for more projects. And not even a week later, I actually picked up another blue dirt bike. This one just happens to be a little bigger and a lot faster. This is a 2006 Yamaha YZ250. This is my first two-stroke dirt bike, and I decided to get it after seeing my wife ride my KLX last week. She got pretty comfortable with the clutch and shifting through gears pretty quickly. I still think that this is the best first manual dirt bike for anybody trying to get into the sport, and I absolutely love this bike. I'm still going to continue to upgrade it and whatnot, but I've decided I'm going to use this opportunity to upgrade my bike and have a bike for my wife to ride so we can go together. I purchased this bike completely sight unseen off an auction on eBay, which is a hell of a gamble considering the description had like 2 or 3 sentences in it total. I didn't even know if this bike ran, if it had a title, what kind of maintenance it needs. There were like 4 or 5 photos. So I took a risk on it, but I came home with a running bike with a clean title, maintenance record, booklet, a bunch of extra parts, a spare set of wheels, tires, FMF exhaust, full gear set, extra bearings, 13 years worth of maintenance records, and I am pretty happy about that because I paid $2,000 for this thing, and I can't find a YZ250 aluminum frame that runs for under $4 grand. I honestly think I got pretty lucky by the fact that the eBay seller was very unresponsive with any questions. And it turns out it's because this woman posted her husband's bike and she just doesn't know too much about it. So I kept emailing her questions before I bid on the bike or even considered buying it, and she responded to none of them, which tells me she probably didn't respond to anybody's questions, which probably scared a lot of people off the auction. But it turns out that she was trying to offload her husband's toys, but when I got there, he started it up immediately. I think like second crank, it fired right up. It is super freaking loud. The muffler's blown out, but the motor at least runs well. So I'm pretty happy about that. This bike is a little beat, so I'm gonna show you how beat this thing is. This video probably wouldn't do it much justice, how beat up this thing actually was, because I got this thing a couple days ago and I already started cleaning it up. I replaced the broken plastics with some new panels. I took off a lot of the crusty old faded decals to get an idea how poor shape the fairings are, the plastics, but they actually aren't too bad, just super faded, lots of scratches, definitely been dropped here and there. I really hate this seat cover that's like 6 different colors, looks super retro. This was used as a competition bike, so it had a bunch of like event numbers and member details, whatever. But I started stripping it down, cleaning up the plastics, and it's starting to look better here and there. I'm still going to be replacing all the plastics with something a little bit more modern, but I care more about the structural and mechanical condition of this bike. So I'm happy that this engine fired right up. It wasn't smoking abnormally, all 2-stroke smoke at startup. And the frame appears to be straight. I couldn't find any broken welds or cracks or anything, so I'm pretty happy about it so far. As far as the stuff that it came with, it's got a decent amount of aftermarket upgrades already installed on it. First thing you probably notice is this translucent white fuel tank. This is a high capacity tank that holds almost 3 gallons, which is almost twice the capacity of the stock tank. Makes me think if he did some sort of enduro racing, since it's already got a skid plate installed on it too. It's got a FMF gnarly header pipe going to a FMF turbine core 2 exhaust or muffler silencer. This thing definitely needs to be rebuilt though. You can hear the piping or the baffling just jiggling in there, so I might have to replace that. We'll find out when I take it apart. I've got a stock set of wheels over here because he swapped out the wheel set to some Excel Takasago. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but they're supposed to be lighter and stronger than the stock wheels. It's got a different front and rear sprocket set. It's got like 12 sets of sprockets in there. So I'm gonna figure out what ratio this is and look over all the notes in the maintenance records to see why certain things were done. It's got all sorts of protective covers on all the brake calipers, discs, chain. I removed the front one because it was cracked. I'm gonna be replacing that. But I still left a bracket on there because that's expensive. The cover itself's like not even 30 bucks. I'm gonna have to go over this bike more to learn more about it this week as I start tearing it down. I know the suspension's been retuned like a decade ago. There's a service sticker on the other side of the fork, but I'm not sure if it's been modified or revalved for a heavier weight rider or a lighter weight rider, or if it's stiffer or softer than stock. This is just the type of thing that happens when you buy someone else's project, but hopefully it rides well for me. One of my main problems with this bike is actually the ride height. As you can tell, the side by side, it is enormous versus my KLX, which is what I'm used to riding. I'm 5'8" and I have trouble getting on this thing, period. This thing is a freaking horse. Like, this bike is not even on a stand. Like, both front and rear tires are on the floor. And just to give you an idea of how much higher the seat height is versus my inseam, like, this is literally my belly button. And I feel like I'm not even that short, but I am having trouble comfortably getting on this thing and tippy-toeing it. So this seat height has to be at least 37, 38 inches, which is one of the main reasons why I didn't get a KLX like 230 or 300 to begin with, is the seat height problem. If you're a shorter dude with a big bike, please let me know what you do. If you have any suggestions for me, comment it below. I don't really want to change anything on the suspension setup. I just want to learn how to ride it. Maybe I just need to man up. But this is going to be it for my new bike. If you are interested in keeping up with the rebuild, some upgrades to this thing, or just watching more of my riding videos or my other projects like my electric razors, I've got street, dirt setup, consider subscribing to my channel. Enjoy today's content. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Definitely helps out the channel. But this is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching.